Mark Bowden. He's a UN humanitarian coordinator. It's good to have you with us on Al Jazeera. So after last year, when we were just showing in that report that 30 refugees died, most of them were children and hundreds other died in other parts of the country. What is the United Nations doing this time around to prevent that from happening again?
Well, this year we're determined to be better organised and better prepared. So we're at the stage now of having undergone quite a lot of contingency planning to identify where people are in need and to pre-position supplies and already to start distribution of assistance to those people who need help. We estimate that at least 250,000 people around Afghanistan in the areas most affected by cold will need assistance. That's not just in Kabul, but it's in other places like Herat and Balkh, where there are large displaced population. These are the people that really are most vulnerable, and it's important that we've started our assistance straight away.
And what is the biggest need? Because these people truly are living in horrible conditions.
Well, the biggest needs are for improved shelter material, for warm clothing, blankets, obviously food, and as has been said in the report, there is a need for fuel. And our real concern is that we'll not have sufficient fuel available in February when the winter really hits, and that's where we need more resources.
It sounds like you don't have sufficient funds either, because international appeals for these funds has fallen short of the UN goal. In fact, you only have not even half of what you've requested. Why is that, and what are you going to do about it?
Well, I think part of the problem is that there is what I would call fatigue in giving assistance to Afghanistan, and the humanitarian needs have sort of slipped out of sight of the international agenda. And I hope that this winter will act as a reminder to the international community of the level of humanitarian needs that exist here. So clearly we're sensitizing the donor community to the needs that exist. We do have special emergency response funds that we will release to try and make sure that people do get what they need at the right time and where they need it. I hope that there will be an increased level of support to humanitarian assistance in Afghanistan to help them through the winter.
Mark, one refugee, Mark, has said that if we buy food, we will die of the cold. If we don't buy food, we will starve. Does that sum up the situation quite well?
I think it does, and obviously our situation is to increase the availability of food and also to make sure they have adequate warm supplies, and it's really the winter that increases people's food needs dramatically.